needs a second date update, and we're here to serve what we do. Welcome in, Mark. Jen's just walking in the studio right now.
Jennifer, get in here.
I'm coming. Jeez.
Mark, Jennifer, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Hey, everyone. I'm so glad to talk to you guys today.
Happy to talk to you.
I really need some help here.
Well, how can we help?
So this girl and I, she is super hot, and she was so much fun, and we went on a date, and I have to see her again.
Did you tell her you'd like to see her again?
Well, no, I haven't. I haven't heard back from her yet, which is really strange. So this is where I kind of am confused and was hoping to get your help.
Okay. Well, how'd you meet her? Let's start there.
We met on Match, and we went to dinner.
Right.
I thought things were going really well. We clicked. We were laughing at all the same things. I totally got the sense that she thought I was pretty funny and hilarious, and I was cracking up, and she was cracking up, and I thought I was in. And then, no, she hasn't even texted me back. I mean, we spent about, 2 hours together during dinner?
That's quite an investment.
We had a bottle of wine. We talked about our jobs and sports and just like everything. We had so much in common, and I just don't get it. I walked to her car after dinner, and she initiated a hug, and I thought, that was a good sign, too. And then that was it. Not a peep.
Well, how did you... So you took the hug as a positive then? Like you weren't disappointed that she didn't make a move for a kiss?
No, I mean, it's a first date, and it wasn't one of those weird side hugs. It was a real legitimate hug, so I thought, okay, it's a pretty normal, unexpected
Yeah, I feel like if someone's turned off or skeeved out, they're not going to give you the full embrace.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And given what had happened during dinner and everything, I was really expecting to hear back from her, and just she has not texted me back at all.
Yikes. What did you do?
I know, right?
I didn't do it.
I'm just kidding.
She's not the flake.
It's always your fault.
That's funny. All
I'm
right.
just kidding.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll call her up, see if we can get a read on her or if there's anything specific that she had an issue with. And if all goes well, we'll get you a second date. And at the very worst, we'll give you the closure you need to move on with your life. A second date update continues. Has no reason to believe anything went wrong on this date because they were vibing. Met her on Match, had a lovely dinner. She made an investment of 2 hours of her time. She could have bailed any time. She could have taken off. She could have come up with an excuse. She could have gotten a fake phone call, but nope. She hung in there. And at the end of the night, she even volunteered. She made a move in. She moved in for a full embrace hug, which... Between that and her laughing at all of his jokes, I don't know what more a man could ask for.
I don't either. I mean, we laugh at your dumb joke. You know where we get into trouble with that, though? In the beginning, if we laugh at your dumb jokes, by the time we're in a relationship with you, and, we get to a point where we're comfortable, we stop laughing because they're not funny.
You used to think I was funny.
And it's like, no, I never did. I was just flirting. I was trying to make you feel good about yourself. I don't want to do it anymore.
I feel so disillusioned. Oh, sure. But it's okay for you to laugh at your own jokes.
Of course, because I'm hilarious.
Hello?
Hi, can we speak to Grace, please?
This is she who's calling.
Grace, it's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you this morning?
Well, what's this regarding?
Do you remember Mark from the date? You guys had dinner?
You laughed at all his jokes, Kate.
You gave him a big old bear hug?
You did.
Yeah, I went out with Mark.
Are you sure? You sound uncertain.
This is not a congressional hearing. It's
I know.
okay.
Interrogation is beginning. Are you okay?
You're not in trouble.
What is this about?
Well, Mark was telling us about his date with you, and he had nothing but lovely complimentary things to say about you, and I think he'd like to see you again. But when he tried to reach out, you didn't respond to any of his texts, and so now he's bummed out and thinks that maybe he did something wrong. He's like, I mean, what's happening here? I don't know what to make of any of this.
Can't believe that he called you.
Well, that's how special he thinks you are.
he is a bit clueless and inappropriate.
Clueless and inappropriate.
How so? What happened?
Well, we were talking about the Olympics, and then I mentioned that I was a gymnast growing up, and his eyes got all wide, and he was like, "Oh my God, really? Are you serious? What kind of sex tricks can you do? Like, gymnasts are incredible in bed. What kind of tricks? Tell me what you can do."
It's like that. What's that Buick commercial where the minute he comes out with that, like she's calling her car to come around the front?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, but I can't say that I haven't thought these same things, honestly.
Well,
like sometimes with the legs are just going from side to side, and I just in my head I've thought like they got to be incredible. I wouldn't say it out loud. I am now.
Are you talking about the women, the men, or both?
All of them. I'm just like, geez. Like when you go to Cirque du Soleil and some of the things you're like, A, how do you know you can do that? But B, that's going to be a good time.
Well, I am very creeped out by that, Fridge. Being very inappropriate.
I'm sure, but I don't know.
I thought it was really weird, and I like laughed it off and was like, I don't know. And then he just like was really insistent and like was offering up like ideas that were ridiculous. What did he say? He said, "Oh, if I put like a mini tramp by the bed, could you spring off of it and then land on my?"
Oh God.
Yeah, he literally said that.
Way to hit it out of the park there, Mark.
Well, first of all, she never answered the question, could she?
Okay.
Behave.
Listen, we were all just having a good time. We were just having back and forth. We were just joking around with each other. You were laughing the whole time. I don't know why all of a sudden. I mean, you can't laugh at something at that time and then come back at me and just call it inappropriate. I mean, you really did act like you were having a good time, and I was just joking around. Like,
so you weren't picking up like any kind of awkward vibe, or you couldn't tell that she was uncomfortable with the conversation?
No, I mean, she kind of was poking pokes at my job and was making all these weird jokes about that. I just laughed it off, too. It was like just kind of banter. I just chalked it up to that, and she was laughing. I didn't feel any weird vibes at all.
You know, no matter how inappropriate or offensive his jokes might have been, he does have a point because, I mean, there are some of us in this room that will laugh in uncomfortable moments because we just don't know what to do. And you can see how someone else could take that as permission to continue the line of conversation that they're going down because they think we're laughing. They think that we think it's funny. And is it fair to laugh even if it's uncomfortable, no matter why we're laughing? If we're laughing... I mean, can we really be mad at somebody for keeping on?
No.
Because they're giving us the impression that they think it's funny and that they're in on the joke. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Is it is it fair to get mad at him? Is it fair for me to get mad at you, Jeff, if I'm being totally inappropriate and you're over there and you got tears running down your face? Right?
Yes.
And the whole time you're laughing, you're thinking, this is so inappropriate and wrong. And I just... Because you would laugh.
But I would also caution you not to utter that in front of anyone but me.
Don't
You know,
repeat it.
I know what a sick person you are, but not everyone.
You know, my heart's in the right place.
Yeah, but this was the first time they met. You wouldn't be doing that the first time you met.
Not out of the gate.
Right. I mean, I think asking
Also,
the
like-
question up front is a bit much. Don't you?
People laugh when they're uncomfortable, and I'm allowed to feel uncomfortable to something that's inappropriate on a first date, and I'm allowed to be upset about that.
Yeah.
You're allowed
Yes,
to,
you
to
are.
be whatever you are, but at the same time, it's like I think it's a real gray area. I mean, should you your uncomfortable laugh and then say to them, you know, I don't want to go down that road, or
This is so wrong.
This is so wrong, or that's so inappropriate.
Oh my God.
Or
you guys.
that is such a misconception spewed by men all over the place since the beginning
And
of
women.
time.
And women.
And you just you can't. It's stop.
Okay, well, maybe I shouldn't have said the D word, but I think we had a bottle of wine and things were just flowing. And again, it was just banter. And I think if she were uncomfortable, I would have picked up on that, or I don't know. I mean, I certainly didn't get that sense, and I'm sorry that she feels that way now. I certainly didn't intend to make her feel uncomfortable.
Well, now you know.
Now I know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the one sitting in here listening to you three go on about the French dude's junk.
Yeah.
Man, well, did you see what happened with that pole?
Well,
in
the pole
pole
vaulting
vault?
accident
pole
was
vault,
what, that's a
God.
different thing.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you people?
What?